So yeah, guys, we've had a really good month so far. We've had a lot of new cars arrive into stock. So, you know, Rolls-Royce Cullinans, Lamborghini Urus's, 599 GTBs, Targas, plenty of just a nice variety of vehicles that have come in. BMW Alpinas that you never really see. I mean, there's an X3. I mean, I've never really seen one before in the flesh, but we've got two of them in stock. But there's one car that's come in yesterday that I want to really show you guys. It's a Range Rover Sport SV Edition 1 Gloss Edition. Now that is quite a long title, but let's have a look and see exactly what it's about. So guys, we've had a number of nice big SUVs. We do quite well with the SUVs in the winter. Say something like this has just turned up. A Range Rover long wheelbase 7-seat autobiography. Quite a rare vehicle as such, being a 7-seater and a long wheelbase. Don't sort of foresee that one hanging out around too long. I mean, let's also address the elephant in the room, which is this lovely Urus over here. What do you guys think? You have the combination, the colors, the carbon bonnet, the Mansouri style. Unfortunately, it isn't for sale. It's here for some service work. We do have another Range Rover here. If you're keen on the Instagram, BOTB actually putting this up for a raffle. So you can buy this for, I can't have to quote Christian, but about probably 9p. You can get yourself a ticket and you can win yourself a Range Rover Sport. Now, guys, behind me here is just the car I was talking about. Now, it is the SV Edition 1. Now, effectively, this is the car that replaced the very popular SVR, which was the model before. So now what Range Rover wanted to do is create a vehicle that was a bit more unique, a bit more exclusive for their buyers, and they announced a car like this. So now there's a few different options. This is the Gloss Edition. Okay, so you've got the black contrasting roof with the champagne color. This car also has the carbon fiber wheels. Carbon fiber wheels on an SUV. It's one of the first times I've actually seen them. They're normally on, you know, more expensive cars like Ferrari SF90s, 296s, you know. So you come to the front of the car, the contrasting and the carbon fiber continues on the front bonnet, and you see on the side air vents as well. I mean, it's a handsome looking car. Obviously compared to the standard Range Rover Sport, you can see the differences between the front aprons. It is a more of aggressive look. Under the hood, it is of course a much bigger engine. It's the V8 and it's got a lot of power, over 600 horsepower in this car. You know, you've got the Michelin Sport all-season tires, of course the right tire for this Range Rover. Let's just close the boot, and as you can see, this is all finished in carbon fiber there. Very nice. And of course your exclusive SV badging. So let's open the boot again if it wants to. There we go. So plenty of space in the back. As always, Range Rovers, you know, practicality is one of the best things. So you can lower the seats. What we're gonna do now, guys, let's take the car for a drive. Let's hear it, let's feel it, let's see what it's like. So this has got this new 6D dynamic active body control system. Sounds all fancy and crazy, but let's see if it actually works and feels any different to the previous SVR. Let's go. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, very well, thank you, very well. Just a quick question, mate. We're just doing some additional, we want to do some additional marketing on your Range Rover, just to sort of push it in our socials and our sort of behind the scenes YouTube videos. So the question is really if it's okay with you, we wanted to do a bit of a road sort of drive in the car, talking about the vehicle and how special it is compared to a normal Range Rover. And I think really they do quite well on the social media, and YouTube people like them. I think when we put about, you know, 2 or 3 miles on the car anyway, but just to...
You do whatever you want to do, you don't need to ask me.
Yeah, okay.
No worries, mate, thank you.
Thanks, see you, mate, have a good day, bye. Bye. Okay, so we've got the green light now from the owner. Sitting position is great. So later in the video, I'm going to reveal to you what the current pricing have done to these particular models, and what they've done on the previous generation as well, because they all have plummeted a little bit. So anyway, just tune in for the end of the video and I'll let you know on that one. So yeah, I mean, some of these SVs, people spec them up to be close to even £200,000, you know. So and the difference is now is that, you know, you can get yourself something like this, which is practically brand new. It's only done 4,869 miles on it, and you get yourself a pretty big saving from the list price. You know, a car like this today is going to set you to back 139,900. So it's a good £40,000 plus saving from the initial list price. You could have bought this from a Range Rover. So I think that seems to be quite good value. For 140,000, you can probably get yourself into quite a high, no, probably not even a Urus. Uruses are still about 150. You know, definitely no Purchasing. You could get yourself some quite, I think it's quite a good value, decent Range Rover or value SUV for that amount of money. I think it'll definitely be in my top 3 of choices for SUVs of this caliber. Yeah, so I think competitors to the Range Rover Sport would be the Porsche Cayenne, the BMW X5, the Mercedes GLE would compare against this, Audi's Q7. I know I mentioned the Lamborghini Urus before, but they are a different price point, starting point, than the Range Rover Sports. So I wouldn't even say the Purchasing, of course, because that's their $500,000, you know. So, but I think in that sort of area of categories, I think they are one of the best you could buy. This is the ride in this Range Rover is exceptional. And I do remember working for Range Rover one time, and a customer had ordered a Range Rover, and it came in and it was in the showroom, detailed, ready to be delivered, and there was some, I think she opened the door and something wasn't fitted properly in the door trim, and then she just said, no, I don't want the car, and rejected it. You know, she'd waited almost 6 months for the car, and then she just said, no, I don't want the vehicle. And then what I find very interesting, she went on to order another one. So I was just find it crazy how people aren't, you know, they don't like the quality of them, but then they'll go and buy another one. So anyway, now, so that's a bit more of an open road here now. So I put the car into SV mode, so the sports mode. All the dials have turned red. Let's pop it into manual mode as well, and then let's see how it goes. Oh, geez, it is rapid. It is definitely rapid. Oh, much faster than the old SVR. But I still think the old SVR sounds better. I mean, obviously this is the same idea with a lot of vehicles these days. All these filters are putting on them. You know, they are quietening these cars down. So unfortunately, we're not getting the same noise we were getting back on these old cars. So probably Range Rover wanted to make this car sound like an SVR did, but you know, they just probably couldn't with their restrictions. So, I mean, the power is definitely there, and then when that kicks in, damn, that's good. And the brakes are very good as well. Very good brakes. Stopping power on this. So yeah, and this dynamic chassis control thing that they've got, 6D. I mean, sounds incredible, but it's quite, you know, you can feel it as you go around the corners, how it is keeping this car level as much as possible. So we get a lot of questions from customers with Range Rovers that are asking for our advice, what we think we should do, or what we should give them, or what they should do, should I say, to help their cars, prevent their cars being stolen. So ghost alarm systems are very popular and common on Range Rovers now. So that's something we would definitely recommend. Even 2 trackers fitted to the car. The car will come with a tracker from factory, but there's an additional tracker that you can get installed again. And also, I know it sounds silly, but you know, even installing some bollards in your house, so people physically can't remove the cars out of the house. I know it sounds a bit of a burden to have a bollard at your own house, but you know, there's instances where people have had these big gates and they've broken into the gates and taken the car. So the gates haven't really solved the problem either. The car has still been stolen. Anyway, so moving on. So what's my final verdict on the Range Rover SV Edition 1 Gloss? So, I mean, look, despite everything I was mentioning about the quality and the fact they're getting stolen, I do think that it is a massive step up from the previous generation in terms of the feel of the car, the handling, the performance. Everything is a massive step up. It is definitely something that I would definitely own. If I needed a vehicle of this stature, I would definitely consider it, or shortlist it, should I say, into my top 3 of cars. And it is, you know, it is a very nice value for money car, should I say. Maybe value for money isn't probably the right term. 140,000, you know, is still a lot of money, but it is a lot of car. It's a lot of Range Rover, and at the end of the day, it is a Range Rover, and that's the reason why people buy these, because you do feel like they're king of the road. So absolutely. So guys, we've just driven past a speed camera, and a good feature the Range Rovers do have is they actually give you a couple audible warnings, a couple beeps telling you that there's a speed camera approaching. Now, the cameraman, the gentleman in the back, James, had a Range Rover for about a year for a while, and he thought that that beep meant that there was someone in the back seat until I told him, in fact, that was letting him know that there was a speed camera coming. So if you do hear a beep while you're driving along, it's most likely telling you that there's a speed camera coming up and for you to be cautious. So guys, this car currently is online on our website and Auto Trader, just awaiting some images which will be uploaded the next couple of days. As mentioned, the price is $139,900. So if you'd like to come and have a look at the vehicle, please feel free to get in contact with one of our sales team. We're more than happy to help you. Even pop into the showroom to have a coffee, to have a look at all our other cars we have in the showroom. We've got a beautiful array of supercars, luxury cars for you to look at. So, but look, until next time, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.